Good day, everyone!
Oh!
The Corner of Remnant is back!
Yes, we are back with Volume 1.5. We're like in the off-season, mid-season, halfway break. Yeah, so I wouldn't necessarily say this is the Season 2 yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah, and this is our first one on Twitch, which is exciting as well.
Yeah,
So
first time for me streaming on Twitch.
Yes, yeah, it is. I didn't really think of that. It is your first time actually being on Twitch, so...
Yeah, no, it's nice. I'm quite familiar with Twitch. I am more of a VOD post-stream kind of watch viewer, but I've watched a fair share of a few live streams here to here. Although, no, this is my first time, because I was on
You were on Cards Against Humanity, but...
This is my first time.
You weren't, like...
This is my first time being a featured guest on a Twitch live stream.
Yeah, exactly.
I was roped into cards.
Yeah, we just had a group of people with Cards Against Humanity, so...
Good fun, though. Good fun. Definitely go and check out the clips or highlights or the VOD or whatever if you can.
There might be a video going up soon that includes clips of the Cards Against Humanity streams.
Well, there you go. Make sure to big fun for that. But hello to everyone that is here in the chat, here to join us on the first time.
Hello everyone, we've got Cinder, Kitten, Gildy's just jumped on as well.
Hey!
And was there anyone else? I think they're the main ones who are chatting away in the chat there. Hello everyone.
But that's quite alright. Again, this is the first time on Twitch, so we'll just have to see
and there'll be some
how this goes.
Yes, yeah, we'll see how it all goes. And
for those that were here for the previous season or the previous go around of this, we of course did these during volume 5.
Yes, we did.
We did it each week. I think we might have missed one.
We did mostly weekly
because we were ahead by each episode. We were episode 2 when episode 1 came out, and then we were back to episode 10 by 10, 11 by 11.
Yeah, we missed one.
But so we missed one. We caught up. There was one we didn't catch up on.
Yeah.
And that was the finale.
No, we didn't.
We did not. For those again who were around back then, we of course didn't do episode 14 of volume 5 due to conflicting schedules. RTX, I moved. This is a different place.
Yes.
Still have the waifu though.
Waifu.
So yeah, but that's what we're here to do today. We're here to wrap up what we missed for volume 5. Of course, we have the Lord and Savior with us. I saw a picture on Facebook just before of it nailed to a wall like a crucifix.
Oh no! It's
and
terrible.
It was their cross for their house. It was actually amazing.
That's crazy. That's just...
She's a Lord and Savior, of course.
She's the great one.
Although still, the best one was the one at RTX that literally had an arrow through its chest that a Cinder was walking around with.
Yes.
That was quite amazing.
Thank you, McChunky12345 for the follow. So we've got the alerts on as well. Hey John, how you going? The Jumbat. I know him by so many different names. So.
But of course, also if you guys like the new layout.
Yes.
Are
Dawn
we going
made this,
for
yeah,
that doesn't matter.
It's pretty.
But
yeah,
we'll
break his
legs.
Going
to go through this for a while, so we'll just we'll see how if you guys like it. Make sure to any changes or whatever, just make sure to let us know. But
and thank you, Zom, for the host.
Of course.
Sorry, I'm going to be interrupting every single time with that.
Again, you honestly, I'm going to talk so much. You have to interrupt me at every point you feel you need to interrupt. That's completely fine.
I might just say as well, before we get into the nitty-gritty stuff, some people haven't met you, so you should explain who you are.
Oh!
They know me.
Okay. Right, because some people are on Twitch, they're on YouTube, and on Twitter.
Yeah, I have people ask, who's Dawn? I said, don't you know Dawn? Like, seriously, I see links to your art.
Hi. I'm Imperial Dawn. I am a RWBY artist. Been doing RWBY artworks for almost a year, 2 years. I don't know. I don't remember actually how long I've been doing this for.
2 years at least.
Yeah, I started doing this. Well, I started doing it after volume 3, so I'll say 2 years then. Yeah, I've been doing bi-weekly, tri-weekly uploads of that for a very long time now. Over on DeviantArt and Twitter. Although Twitter is really becoming kind of a much more responsive. It's always good to be on Twitter and stuff. And I've been doing I did chibi reactions to chibi reactions to season 2, which have not been privated yet. Probably should do that.
No, leave them. They're awesome. I loved your reactions.
Speed arts on the YouTube and stuff. But yeah, Twitter and DeviantArt, all that kind of stuff for RWBY arts. And of course this. And of course these are live streams, which are all archived on Larissa's YouTube channel.
Yes, they
so you can go back and
They are.
rewatch those. The main thing about me that you could probably know now, especially since of this kind of video, I am blindly positive and love RWBY. So, to get and that's why we do these, because we are the lights amongst the darkness of the RWBY community. Even though we're at the Corner of Remnant, which sounds like more of a darker, critical kind of name, I guess. No? I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty blindly positive, so if you hear a critique from me, you know, that's saying something, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we can critique a little bit, but
of course, these are opinions. Everyone has a different opinion, of course, and you know, not everything is valid. Some people's are, some people's aren't. You know, it's an opinion. Everyone has one.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's me. So yeah.
And I'm me.
Yeah. And considering whose channel we're on, we should all know who Larissa is.
Well, in case you're first time jumping on here, I'm Larissa. Hi. Nerds of Oz. I do reactions and other RWBY stuff on my YouTube channel, as well as streaming on here. Yeah, we've done a few fan-made videos, but mostly my reactions are what I'm known for. And some of my crazy little short videos. So... yes, relatively new to the RWBY family. Only discovered just after Volume 3, like Dawn, so we discovered around the same time, which is really good. Which
I think always brings in a funny perspective for us, because you know, a lot of people have their opinions on Volume 4 and 5, of course.
It's the first one we watched as it got released.
It's the first one we watched, so it's like, I don't know, maybe that's why we don't dislike them, I guess, as a lot of some people do. But again, we weren't, I guess, but at the same time, we weren't around during 1, 2, and 3, so maybe the same criticisms were there.
Yeah.
We just obviously just don't know that, I guess. Because for us, you know, 1 through 3 is nostalgia, we love them, and 4 and 5, we love them because that's our first taste of it new.
Yes, definitely, and the new engine and everything as well, and with Maya and everything. Hello everyone who's just jumping on right at the moment as well. Hello Nightwalker and Noob.
Yes, well, yeah, thank you everyone for jumping
David
aboard.
Is here as well, who knows nothing about RWBY.
Oh, great.
And, we will be discussing some spoilers as well, so if you don't want to be spoiled, especially for RWBY Volume 5, but we'll probably mention some of the RWBY Volume 3 spoilers, they always come up. Yeah, you might want to...
Yeah, so we will try to mainly be discussing this week. We will be mainly discussing the end of Volume 5, the finale episode.
Yep.
Maybe touch on some other stuff, but we plan to do these is it bi-weekly?
Yeah, probably fortnightly.
Fortnightly.
Bi-weekly,
so we don't want to address everything, but we'll have probably some Q&As at the end. If you want to bring something up, we'll do it. Just be aware, I go on tangents, so if you bring up a teased enough topic, I might speak another hour for it. That's another point for me, but Larissa will, of course, be there to shut me up, of course.
We both have a tendency to ramble, so
yes,
that happens.
Because we're here because we love the show. We do.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I think it's fair to say we both think about RWBY and involved every day. You know, we're involved in it.
Yeah.
You know,
our soundtracks all the time at work.
Our networks are built around it. You know, my art, her streams, her YouTube, we're all built around it. So that's... yeah, so we want to make RWBY the best it can be for us, because we're stuck with it at this point.
Yes.
I think that's good. I think that's, you know, like a lot of people, you know, more casual fans of RWBY will have, you know, they don't have to worry about it. We kind of need it to be as good as it possibly can be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say. And people don't make that easy sometimes.
No, it's just become a huge part of our life, so we're kind of very protective of it as well.
Cool. But I do think that a lot of opinions are a bit narrow-minded, I think, when it comes to some of the criticisms.
Yeah, there's a lot at the moment too, which we'll touch on probably in another stream, but there's a lot
in another stream, we will get around to the talk on the hatedom, as it's been dubbed as of late. But we'll get to that in another stream. We have a lot of streams coming up, but we have a lot to cover, but let's try to spread it out as much as we can.
Yeah, we will. Absolutely.
So, to not keep you waiting anymore, we'll get on the topic at hand, and that is, of course, the RWBY Volume 5 finale, episode 14.
Yes.
Haven's Fate, was it? I believe?
Yeah, I think it was called Haven's Fate.
Neither of us have touched up on the episode as of late, so unfortunately we missed a few details or two. But I think as most people will agree that the Volume 5 finale was much like Volume 2's finale. It was good, it was a victory, but it wasn't maybe as satisfying as, say, the Volume 3. Well, I wouldn't call Volume 3 finale satisfying. Well,
yeah, well, I know what you mean. Like
it was a Volume 2-esque finale, much like Volume 4's was a Volume 1-esque.
Because they followed on
it's
from very
it's following the same trends.
Yeah, exactly. Because the episode prior was very combat heavy and very dramatic, and a lot of things happening, and then the finale was sort of following up from that, and so it wasn't as big.
Which is funny too, because I think Volume 2's finale, at least the last episode, you could say was rushed. I would say that's a fair thing to say. Much like a lot of the ending of Volume 5 was. But not in a bad way. That doesn't make it bad.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think it was just a mismanagement. They had a lot on their task this volume. They started pre-production. They had to work on a lot of the character shorts. And I think you can tell that the character shorts had a lot more time. So they spent a lot of time on the character shorts. But I would say, again, up until, including episode 8, you couldn't tell that there was any sort of pacing or rushing issue. In our at least.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It was episode 8 where... no, it was at episode 9.
Episode 9, you started to see, it's like, ooh, okay, something felt a little off here. They picked it back up Volume 10 very well, I think.
Yeah.
And then you could tell that it wasn't a bad thing. Again, it's just a matter of good ideas, done well, just didn't have the time, production-wise, I think, to execute them the way they kind of would have liked to.
Yeah, exactly. And it was also like a lot of the pacing issues similar to with Volume 4. There's so many different storylines going on and how sort of to get them all together into the episodes too, which I think they are tricky. And that's why with episode 9 we had that huge discussion chat scene with Cinder and the gang at the banding camp, and that went for way too long in my opinion.
Yeah,
it was very drawn out.
That definitely was a very long scene. Right
in the middle of very heavy action scenes from the episodes on either side. And it's just, wasn't good. But... Yeah, but I was happy with when I saw chapter 10. I was happy. So
yeah, of course, and that's a big thing too with a lot of the things people say about the series is that it's a matter of just not having the patience to kind of wait for like again, RWBY drops a lot of seeds. It drops a lot of hints and seeds to future things, and a lot of people, just aren't satisfied to not get the answers immediately. And it's one of those things where I remember, I think during one of Arnold Murder of Birds Volume 4 live streams where people were asking him what his favorite anime was or what his favorite series was, and he didn't say RWBY, and I was surprised. And the reason why he didn't say RWBY is because it hasn't finished yet.
Was it Hunter x Hunter?
The answer he said was Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. But the reason why he didn't say RWBY because it simply hasn't finished yet.
No, it hasn't. No.
And I'm thinking that's what a lot of people should look at this. Like a lot of the issues people have, it just means they haven't happened yet. Exactly.
And we don't know what they're going to do in the future episodes.
Yeah. Like I remember also in RWBY Rewind, someone asked Miles and Kerry, when are they going to do the summer stuff? And they're like, we're not going to do it. It's not going to do it. And it's like, of course they're going to get to the summer stuff. It's just a matter of...
And Stark and everything, they'll get there.
Yeah, again, it's just a matter of patience. And when the series is over and you realise how good the planting of the seeds and all these things will be. Yeah. But for now, it's frustrating, sure, they're not addressing everything, But as someone... And also people's theories and people's wants for the series are going to affect how they enjoy it. Because people are going to theorise, I want to see this, and then they might not get it. So they might not enjoy it as much as other people do.
Yeah.
For me, like, I watched Volume 4 and 5, and I just wanted people to mention Penny. And they did like 3 different times.
Yes, they did, thankfully.
And hopefully we're going to get more of that, hopefully, in Volume 6. But we'll see, of course. There are differing opinions on that, of course.
So I'm giggling at what they're saying in the chat about your mask.
which is another good point for something that happened in episode 13 more than episode 14. But Adam, now this is something I really wanted to come and say on stream because a lot of people have opinions.
There's a lot of hate about that in opinion, yes.
Adam, but as the justifier of a lot of the things in RWBY, what I loved about that scene so much because it was a polar opposites to Volume 3.
He was in
control. Whereas in Volume 3, Blake wasn't expecting to see Adam. She was thrown off guard, and you could make the argument that Adam made Blake look really weak in that scene.
Yes.
But of course, no one complains about that for whatever. But they complain about this. I don't see why. And because again, but now it's the role reversal. Adam was thrown completely off guard. He wasn't expecting to see Blake, and it was I'm struggling here to actually present it. But if you look at the scene side by side, and you just realize how good it actually is because it is. again, obviously execution could have been done better.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing that, but that's you could use that argument for any single thing anywhere in existence. So everything can be done better than what it executed or produced better. So I'm not going to use that argument because I think that's not a fair argument to say, because you could say that for anything anywhere. But again, it's such a good polar opposite to that moment. And again, in the next scene, he was up and fighting, and Blake even then reassured his strength by saying, "No, we can't fight Adam.
Yeah.
Let him go. We can't fight him no matter what." Yeah. So it's not like they knocked him down a peg and then kept him down. They built him down a peg, which I think worked considering what we saw in Volume 3, to polar match what we saw in Volume 5.
Yep.
And then and again, Adam's now going to go off and probably be with Salem. Now he's going to be freaking...
well, how that's going to go.
Huge big dog. So we'll see how we go with that.
And I agree with that, because he was in his element. He was in power in Volume 3. Everything was going to plan. He had control. Exactly. And then in Volume 5, with Blake... And everything was turned. He was no longer in control. He didn't have that power. So that's why he ran, because he didn't have that control.
Yeah, and as someone who is a wrestling fan, just to reference this, the big thing in wrestling is that, someone lost a match. Oh my god, they're buried. Oh my god, they're not as good as they used to be. Adam got hit once. He got cheap shotted. He got low blowed.
Yes.
That doesn't ruin him.
No.
I mean, he may not have been presented amazingly, but that doesn't ruin him. Everything can be built back up. Like, it's not end of the world that he didn't kill Blake in that scene. You know?
Yeah. He has to be, like AC said as well, with added discord over Sailor's original plan by murdering Sienna. He was in control in that scene. Everything was going to plan.
Yeah, like how powerful he looked in that scene.
Yeah. He was in power there. You could tell. He was in his element. When it comes to, with chapter 13, 14, everything wasn't going to plan at all. Everything was getting messed up, and so that's why he was completely different in that scene. Yeah,
and that's another thing too. Like, a lot of people criticize production for that scene. It's like, it was only meant to be a small raiding party. It wasn't meant to be his entire army. It wasn't meant to be the White Fang. I know it does feel weird. They maybe should have mentioned that.
Yeah. I guess they were there to set bombs and blow up the school. That was the whole plan.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to be an invasion. It wasn't meant to be a war invasion like Volume 3. It was meant to be a small task force to destroy the school.
Yep.
Yes, it looks a bit jarring, but sometimes you have to try rather than hating something.
Yeah.
Sit back and try rationalize it. That's what we do, and look how much we love the series.
And it could be also that there may have been some who weren't supporting Adam as well, so we don't know about that side of things, how that all went after he took over the White Fang.
Of course. And you could argue that's another instance of show don't tell. They've already addressed that. They're not going to do that going forward. They've already addressed that was an issue, and they're going to look past it.
Yeah.
And, you could say the same thing, and I will say that, after seeing Menagerie, and after seeing also RWBY Rewind and the Crewbie, that they can do massive crowds a lot easier now. It's not a hard thing for them to do film Mistral students or film Mistral with White Fang members.
Yeah.
It was just a choice. They chose not to do it. It wasn't a production. They just think, no one's at school right now, so we don't need to fill the school with children because there's no one there. Explain. It's done. White Fang is a small task on army. Explain. Done. It's not a production issue. It's a choice.
Yes.
And yes, we or others would have chose differently. That doesn't make their decision bad because we had a different choice.
Yeah.
Moving on. So how did episode 14 start? I feel like we're jumping around. How did episode 14 start? It was Ilya and all that attacking the White Fang. We discussed that.
Yeah, that's how it started. Actually, was that scene with Ilya and the rest of the menagerie folk attacking the White Fang.
Again, that's just showing that like people change. Like, Ilya is people don't hate Ilya. Like, people forgive enough what she's done.
Yeah.
She's there to help.
And Adam and Blake and Son's confrontation. And then it panned inside, from memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one more point on the Adam thing, because again, everyone has their preferences on things.
Yes.
As much as I did love Blake, and I think it does make sense, like her growth and everything. I think she was ready to confront Adam, at least in the way she did. I'd be lying to say I didn't want more trauma from Blake and more fear from Blake.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I was ready for her to necessarily be ready to face Adam. I would have liked a bit more, trauma. Like I loved Volume 3 so much because it was so dark. It got, they're not going. The Crewbie aren't going to say it, but it got really dark in that volume.
Oh gosh, it did. Yeah.
So I'm sad that we maybe we might have moved on from that. That doesn't mean what we are going to get will be bad, of course. Sun being Sun, I don't know. I maybe was expecting a bit more of a serious Sun in that scene, but what Sun did made 100% sense.
He was still serious in his own way.
Yeah.
Like,
well, no, because you could tell if you look back right as Adam does his first strike on Sun, Sun's face gets really angry. Like he's like he can tell like he was mucking around, but he was getting ready to actually kind of like the second that Adam showed any sign of going to attack, like Sun snapped and almost got really angry, and then once Adam ran away, Sun calmed back down.
Yeah, he did.
Like and stuff. But again, obviously could have been done better, but that's here and all that.
I liked Sun in that scene. I thought it was good. He was
again, but that's where my issue. Whereas not my issue, my point where there's what you want and what you get.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it can be one or the other. It can be both, and it can be neither, and it can. But it doesn't. But neither is good. It can all be good, no matter what you get. Is my point. I didn't get the Sun or Blake that I wanted in that scene. But that doesn't make the scene bad.
Yeah.
Again, opinions and stuff. Looking from different perspective, third person, all that kind of stuff. But of course, then we have the nice talk with Blake and Sun. Where it's just like we can't fight him, let him run.
Yes.
Awesome. I love that. Like that. I love that line.
Now you can learn how it feels to run away.
Perfect. And we didn't get any sort of emotional scene with Blake and Sun because again, like you look at like Morning Follows Night, there's a friendship there. There could be interest there, but I like how they're going with that. We'll see where it goes with Blake and Yang now they're back together in Volume 6.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
They might have been pushing that reunion a bit hard for me personally.
Yeah.
But again, if you go back and look through, they did, regardless of what you think shipping-wise, they did have a very close relationship, and obviously Blake and Yang were both hurt by each other.
Yeah, they were.
Ways.
Yeah, and they did address that in earlier episodes.
But they definitely were. They definitely were like punching that in a lot.
Yeah.
Their connection. So we'll see where that goes.
Yes.
We have to go back to the fight. We see Lionheart being a bit more mobile with his fighting, like fighting the Wasp and stuff, which is cool. Hazel being the beast. I like that they did mention his aura generation because that's what I always thought his semblance was going to be. Something to do with like like he has a huge aura pool. That's why he doesn't have any weapons because he can just take hits, and he can. But he has that and another semblance.
Yes. So he's able to regenerate his aura really quickly.
Yeah, which is that's just a natural training of his, I assume.
Yeah,
and then of course his pain numbing semblance.
Yes.
That was cool fighting the Lancer and stuff. That was awesome.
And Nora with I just want him to stay down and kicks him out. Was that in the episode?
That was
in the episode 4. Yeah.
But no, that was still an amazing moment. I hope if they add Nora to Blaze Blue, one of her finishes should be a strike to the knee for the break the knee thing. a massive strike like to Hazel, and then the heart grenade launcher. It should be those three, like a hit to the knee, a Hazel hit, and then a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing someone on Twitter mentioning the Hazel hit as like an astral finish or something, so that would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So that was all awesome.
I'm just trying to think now. Where we all left off. I should have really watched the episode beforehand. I just can't remember all of it.
Well, next bit we have Blake jumping in through the Wasp after Hazel hits it. That was cool. Again, like that scene in general, like Hazel got knocked down. You cut to Blake and Weiss, and then Hazel's back up walking towards him. It's like that was a bit jarring to me.
It was a little.
Okay. So I didn't hear anyone mention that until now. But again, doesn't ruin it or anything. But again, that was cool. I like in the YouTube version. I don't know if you noticed this. They added Lionheart's aura breaking in the YouTube version.
I saw that. Yeah,
that was a funny little thing. You could tell it was just pasted over.
Yeah.
Just added in because again, that's another criticism that Kerry addressed that they're going to focus on aura and how that breaks and again show and tell kind of situations. That ties back to like the fight between Cinder and Raven. Their auras didn't break at the end of that fight. They were just flashing. Aura only breaks when it goes. Shh.
That's true. It looked like it was
just flashing. Flashing and cracking doesn't mean breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like Lionheart's, it hit him. He got shot. Then it went up and down him. Again, it was cuddly paced in, but it was still like an up and down kind of thing to show that his aura broke.
Yeah.
Then you have Hazel freaking out, and you have the checkmate, which is awesome.
I like how Weiss said with like, I thought you were the quiet one.
that's another line that I thought was just random. I didn't get that. It was
a little random, but I thought that was funny.
I was like, that's. Yeah, I feel like there was again, and that's another thing too. I feel like there were some scenes cut from this, like they were longer episodes and they were cut down.
Yeah,
I feel like there was a line before that it's cut out for time's sake. Again, the whole thing with the production being a bit rushed, they had to make some sacrifices.
Yeah, Ruby's headbutt.
Yeah,
well.
but that was alright. Like that, like it was quirky and funny, and it might have made a lot of sense. But that was a nice callback though.
Yeah, I thought
Like,
it was funny.
you can do something like that if it's calling back or referencing something, then that's fine. That's just cute. That's just cute Ruby being cute.
Yes.
And again, a lot of people say like, well, Mercury and Emerald, like, but they're not there to kill them.
No,
like they weren't there to attack them. They were just there to stop them and keep them at bay.
Yes.
So in the scenes where they're sitting around doing nothing, it didn't ruin the immersion of the scene because they're not there to kill them.
No, that's right.
Mercury was playing with them. Emerald, like, they were just trying to keep them back. They weren't trying to kill them. So it didn't ruin it for me that, like, there was some scenes where they weren't doing much or whatever. You also in the Rooster Teeth version, Weiss's ponytail is like cut off.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was like back over her head in the YouTube. They kind of like fixed it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I noticed that. I think in the YouTube version, they added the weapons on the ground and stuff.
Thing, like episode 14 in particular had a few edits that they fixed by the YouTube release version. The Rooster Teeth version had a few things in it. Yeah, then you had the checkmate call, which is awesome. And again, it calls back to things like I would have liked to in this volume seen a Ruby and Weiss moment, but we didn't get it. Doesn't mean we can't get it in the future. Yeah. But also, that's where I like theories and fan art and stuff maybe makes me think that the relationship is closer than they actually are. Like Ruby and Weiss like each other, but they're not gonna. I don't think they are not gonna have a lovey-dovey one-on-one reunion talk. It may be just the fandom is and the hype around it. Maybe just like I don't know. Do you think that scene we should have had that, or do you think it's fine we didn't have anything like that?
I think we should have had a little bit more in that scene. I would have.
I'm just saying in general, like a Weiss and Ruby scene.
Well, Weiss and Ruby scene, yeah,
we got a hug, too much. And then the next scene they would just muck around laughing at the dinner.
Yeah, that's true.
Get a scene of them where we got a Weiss and Yang scene, which was really interesting.
That's a good point. Yeah, it would have been nice to see a Weiss and Ruby scene. We might see in the next.
Especially one of the criticisms is again we don't get enough Ruby stuff.
Yeah,
that would have been a cool thing to add to a character.
I think they're going to be addressing that scene too because a lot of people
that's another thing that they carry address again in the RWBY Rewinds. The last, to
go back and watch those.
it was the episode 13 RWBY Rewind.
Yeah.
And the Reddit AMA they did a few months back. They addressed so many of the good things. So they've addressed a lot of the criticisms and stuff.
Exactly. Thanks for the host, Kobe.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. By the way, sorry I haven't been looking at the chat too much, but particularly towards the end, I'll scroll back through up and look at anything I missed. Yes. So I'll go back and do that.
But we'll do a Q&A near the end. Definitely.
Theoretically, due to how fast Hazel's aura regens, it makes him practically invincible. Well, that's the big thing.
Well, that's it.
That he is almost invincible. Like, he has a limit, of course. Like as Oz said, eventually he can be, he can be defeated. But that's why he's such a threat because he's almost indestructible, almost.
Yeah.
But here's the thing again, like where a lot of Ruby's, back to the RWBY Weiss thing.
Yes.
It's a lot of the fandom versus the creators and. Everyone has different perceptions on everything, especially when it comes to ships and relationships. But if you look back through the volumes, Ruby and Weiss did always have a more buddy-buddy relationship, I think.
Yeah, it's more best buddies, besties.
Yeah. Like, you could argue that the end of Volume 3, where, like, Ruby and Weiss finally get back together before they go to the tower. But even then, that wasn't anything emotional or anything like that. They were
it wasn't.
Yeah, but again, we'll see where this goes. We might get... I'm still thinking we'll get some Weiss Ruby stuff, maybe just a touch of Penny and Ironwood and Penny's father and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think so too.
I know Larissa disagrees on me with some of the Penny stuff, but you do agree that it's going to be addressed, right? You do think it's going to be addressed to some degree.
Will be addressed. I just don't think she's going to come back.
Yeah, okay, because every time I mention Penny, you giggle, and I'm just saying, like, in the agreement of it's being addressed, we'll get some Weiss Penny, some Weiss Ruby, / Ironwood and Penny's father stuff. I think.
Yes.
Then we go down to the scene with Raven and Yang.
Yeah.
This was really, really good.
It was.
I know again some people would cut away from the fight scene, but
it was needed.
This was really needed because I remember when I first heard Raven back in Volume 4, and I was like, my God, Anna is amazing.
She is. She's so amazing.
And as someone who has met her in person,
I met her in person.
She's
the most lovely person.
Lovely, motherly.
She's
not
the mother
Raven
of
at
Rooster
all.
Teeth, basically.
She's Mum Rooster Teeth.
And she plays...
Which is funny because Ty is father Rooster Teeth.
Yes, Bernie, yeah.
Ruby. Poor Matt. No. And then in this scene, like Raven, and I always forget, I believe she was a voice actress. I could be wrong.
Yeah, she is a voice actress.
She's a voice actress.
She is, yeah.
It's always so funny to me like how good she really is, and especially in this scene as well.
She killed it. As did
just
Barb.
just the reactions to Yang and stuff. It was just so, and because Yang and Barb have such a close relationship off screen as well.
Yeah.
It just worked. The chemistry there was just so good. And the writing was so good. Like, this was clearly a scene I think they had prepped for ages.
Yes. Just the emotion Barb was able to put into Yang's voice as well.
It just Raven, so like, who do you think you are, standing there like a scared little girl? I love that line so much. The only thing that, again, is maybe just a bit contrasting is just how openly Yang refers to Salem and how, like, she knows everything now. It's kind of like...
Yes. Yeah.
You still, again, it's funny to think, where they were, where they are now. You know? Yeah. Just kids are hunting at school, and now they're still the same kids fighting the evil god, It's kind of like... It's still a bit jarring, a little bit.
Yeah.
But just in reference to Raven and her relationship. And again, I say this, but again, they know they've talked about Salem like twice now. Like Raven, Yang knows everything at this point, or at least Osbin says he knows.
Yes.
So I guess it shouldn't be that jarring to me.
Yeah.
But this whole scene was so good and just...
and Yang's cry at the end after she got the relic too. I was just, that killed me.
There were a few... Again, like Raven crying was a bit out of nowhere, but I still liked it a lot. And so same with Yang's crying was a bit out of there, like... but still good. Again,
I think it's just... Because she met her mum, who she'd been trying to find all her life, only to tell her that she... doesn't she's gonna do what she's doing, and
and I love and I remember thinking it's weird that kind of Yang got the relic, and then I realized someone mentioned, well, she was the first one to pick up a chess piece in Volume 1.
Oh, she was, yeah.
That's all. Now I love I love that she was picking up a relic. That I love the callbacks, I love the hints, I love this.
I never even thought of that. That's awesome.
How good is that? Like, how good does that make that scene feel?
Of course she was. Yeah, she was the first one. Yeah.
That's a good. Then we go back
up. Little pony.
Yeah, and then we go back up to probably one of my favorite scenes of Emerald. Like, I love that they're trying to rebuild Emerald and Mercury now. Trying to, and they've even mentioned too, like Mercury and his relationship with Cinder is going to be addressed in upcoming volumes.
Okay. Yep.
Like why he's working for Cinder and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We also have again the question too, like, if Cinder. Like, I don't think anyone here thinks Cinder's gone.
Nah, she's not gone. She'll be back.
She'll probably come back as like a full Grim next time we see her.
She's like a cockroach.
But it is funny that Cinder, in Watts' mind at least, fails at everything.
Yeah.
But in Salem's mind, like, Cinder's she's succeeding at things she needs to succeed at. Then Watts is like, she's died twice now. As far as Watts is concerned. So that's funny.
Yes.
That's another thing too. Like, the whole it's a shame we didn't get a Tyrion thing this volume, especially when it was sort
of mentioned at the start. I think it ended up being
doesn't mean we won't see it. We still could. I know it might be jarring to see it now because it feels like a lot of time has passed, but it doesn't mean we can't.
I think it'll probably be addressed in the first couple.
It's not like Tyrion's not going to show up again.
Yeah, he will.
Tyrion's going to show up again just because we didn't see him here. Like, he's not gone.
They're going to give him a new tail.
I still think it's robotic because of Watts. Like, if it wasn't robotic, I would think it's...
I think it would be robotic or it'll be a Grim tail.
Grim, but if it was Grim, I'd imagine Salem's the one to do that.
Yeah, true.
Like, I don't know, again, Watts could be a Frankenstein-esque character, like they've said. So he could be a Grim and robotic master, not just both. Not just one.
He was a disgraced scientist, so who knows?
Well, that's why I think he's like robotics, but...
Yeah.
I guess he could mean like biology science, I guess. He could be
well, he could have experimented with Grim now that he's with Salem.
Just with his role in the Black Queen virus, I just think it makes more sense for him to be a robotic.
Yeah. Which him with a laser shooting tail.
Maybe. That's it. It's a very interesting point. Point. Tail.
Gosh.
Yeah, then we move back up against Emerald. It was, I guess... I don't think I've seen anyone talk about it, but I imagine someone out there is probably like, well, they retconned Emerald semblance. And it's like, it was just a matter of, and again, semblances grow and evolve, like we've said.
Exactly, they do, yeah.
He's extremely distressed.
Yep.
And again, it's not like she created something that was actually there. She just cast an illusion on like 10 people.
Yeah, exactly.
She didn't do a Neo. She didn't actually create something physical.
Well, we've heard that emotions can strength. Give you strength. Like that was mentioned previously.
Like, Cinder was like Emerald's.
Yeah.
You know.
She was really distraught and upset, and she fainted as a result of that. So as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Like, she even mentioned, like, doing 2 people gave her a headache. You know, she did 10 people. She could be in a coma for us all. You know.
Exactly. She may be in coma for the rest of the season.
You know, that might be the only thing that keeps her from offing herself, because she cares for Cinder that much. You know?
Yeah.
I know Ren is the, you know, suicide possibility in the series.
Yes.
But Emerald's not exactly, you know. And again, it goes back to the whole Volume 3 thing with Adam and Ray. It's like, how dark they're willing to actually hint at, how dark they actually, like, they're willing to hint at the darkest fucking things you can imagine. But how far they're actually going to express that, that's the question.
Yeah.
But curious to see, again, Emerald and Cinder now, they go back to Salem's Complex without, Emerald and Mercury, go back to Salem's Complex without Cinder. And we'll probably get some scenes of them just recuperating and just hopefully, you know, interactions with Salem maybe, or others, and we'll just see how that goes. Or Hazel might act as like an adoptive father to them almost, because
maybe
in his non-Bane mode, he seems to be a very loving kind of.
He's funny. Like, he's just from everyone saying from the first few episodes of Volume 5 with Hazel, he's just so nobody needs to die today. So,
and again, it proves that again how good Volume 5 is. If you go back and look at each scene, you like, it's one of those things where for some reason, I don't know why, Volumes 1 to 3 have this aura of they're really good. But if you go back and look at everything that happens, you kind of realize that not a lot happens really.
Yeah.
And you go to Volume 4 and 5. And you look at every single scene and realize how much is being done, but they just don't have the same aura anymore.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting, because I think Volume 4 and 5, because of what happens and some of the scenes, it's just because it maybe hasn't gone it's not the same vibe, it hasn't gone the same direction that Volume 5 towards, and of course that's a big thing about Monty, of course.
Yeah, well, Volume 1 to 3 is all at school, we're in the one place and everything.
I think it is a sense of jarring, because it's not the same as it was. Like, again, I've said it 100 times already. It doesn't make it bad.
Exactly.
Then we, of course, have the emotional reunion, of course. Where we have, like, you know, Blake meeting back up. We have so many things happening. Salem, which was awesome.
Yes, oh god, that was so creepy.
Said that it would have been cool if we hadn't seen Salem much at that point.
Yeah.
And I agree that in Volume 4, they should have just, like, had her in the shadows so we could see it was her eyes. Most like, she should have just had, like, I don't think we should have seen Salem as much as we had. But still, them seeing that, I think, is also now they know who the enemy is. They do.
They know what she
looks
looks like.
And again, it doesn't feel as jarring anymore, because they now do know everything. But it'd be cool to see, you know, the scene when Ruby does get captured by Salem and Ruby loses an eye. And we get to see these kind of... emotional connections with the girls to Salem directly.
I do dare to say possibly Ruby.
That will... Because again, it's still... And again, I think this is Ozpin's point. They still feel out of place, and I think that's the point. Because Ozpin is that much of a fucked up psycho.
Yep.
Sorry, guys, I forgot to
if you've seen our previous Corner of Remnant scenes, you know what Dom's opinion is on Ozpin.
I'm still of the mind that Ozpin is just about Salem, and that you know, Salem hates Ozpin because Ozpin is literally building children. Like, again, my always point is Salem didn't do anything, as far as we know. Salem didn't do anything for 1,000 years until Ozpin built schools.
Yes.
So Salem's like, I'm going to sit here and do my own thing. Oh, you built schools to train kids to come kill me. Well, okay, now I'm going to take over the world because you've suffered. That's always been my thing, and I think Ozpin is the bad guy. He's literally built... Like, I'm not saying... Like, Salem obviously isn't a good guy either.
Yeah.
But it is a lesser of two evils here. And I do think Ozpin is the lesser, but both parties think the other is worse than the other. Salem thinks Ozpin is the evil, you know, cruel. Whereas Salem's like, I am evil. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to... Like, at least I know I'm evil. Which makes you more evil, because at least I can admit I'm bad.
Yeah.
From Salem's perspective, at least.
I mean, we skipped over a scene, too, with Leo getting stabbed.
Which that was a really good scene as well. I love that scene. That scene was animated really well. There was something about, like, there was something on Leo, like, his outlines were, like, almost non-existent in the scene. It just looked really well polished.
And just, he's just... just the whole thing just gives me the shivers.
It just goes back to the point, you know, can they introduce a character and not kill him off in one volume next time? You know, with Nal and Leo.
You had it coming, though.
No, he did.
And he wasn't useful anymore.
It's one of those things where, like, you know, how different is Mistral going to be now?
Yeah.
With, you know, and the question is, are we going to be in Mistral? Because I think we should be in Mistral for a little bit before we go to Atlas.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think,
And again, that'll make up for not seeing much of Mistral I had no problem with the artworks in episode 1, but I do think that the fact they were in the house for the entire volume.
Yeah, I would have liked to see more of this.
We could have just had one of those scenes of them walking through Mistral.
We had Crow's scene when he was out and about, but that still wasn't a huge amount scene.
That felt really lacking. Like I felt like they were a bit lazy with some of the design in that.
Yeah, and he was in the sort of the lower end of the city. I would like to see more of the upper with all the culture and everything.
So that's what I'm hoping maybe they kind of make up for that. And of course, that was the thing too. They didn't make Mistral because they spent so much time building the lake set. They've also time building the White Fang Hall set.
Yeah,
they spent a lot of time on some of the bigger sets, which means, and it was unfortunately they just chose to focus on the one-off sets.
Yeah.
Maybe they could have worked more on the multiple sets, like the Mistral, like a Mistral setting, maybe. Team Sun, they mentioned that they're there, they're doing their thing. They just didn't want to overcrowd the volume.
Yeah, they missed that in the game, didn't they? Yeah.
Which sucks. But I can respect that. I can respect that that's a choice they made.
I think we'll see them in this season now that we've got past the battle and everything. Yeah, if they start in Mistral, I think we'll see them.
Yeah, I'd like to see some Net Tim and Wash thing. I know if Keith ever sees this, he'll kill me for that.
Who cares about Sunday bits when eating coffee to return?
Yeah, well,
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
I think Team Sun is more likely than Coffee just because of location, but we'll see.
Yeah. Because of location, where we are. Yeah.
We then get the family scene, which is so interesting. I really wasn't expecting, I wasn't expecting to see much of the Belladonnas past Volume 4. So the fact that they're still here, and they're even here in Mistral now in Volume 5 is so surprising to me.
Yeah. I apologise for that loud dling sound. Scott just decided to tell me it's updated. Everyone would have heard that. Sorry.
Another opinion on the Belladonna family is that a lot of people don't like that Blake comes from wealth.
Well, I like to think she wasn't originally wealthy because he was the chieftain of the White Fang.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I know it's not necessarily. I guess it could be. I would have liked it maybe if they just had made it where, their family was nothing when Blake was there, and then in the 5 years is when they became rich.
Yeah.
That I think would make it feel so much better.
Yeah.
But if their family was poor and rags, but they were just but amongst the White Fang, that's cool. Or that. But again, I guess necessarily we don't have anything to say that can't be canon. I guess.
I think
we just know that he is the chieftain now.
Yes.
And that he was leader of the White Fang. We didn't know he had wealth when he was leader of the White Fang. So maybe they could have been.
Has that actually been confirmed though, Zom? Because I don't know if they've actually confirmed that she's a princess or anything. It's just he's been elected as the chieftain of the
and someone did mention too that I think it might have been a Unicorn of Wars video that how Blake wasn't recognized just for a last name's sake.
Yeah, she wasn't. Not everyone knew who the Belladonnas were.
Necessarily, I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah, because Gira stepped down from being leader of the White Fang to take over being a chieftain from Menagerie.
And just because Gira was leader of the White Fang doesn't mean he was publicly known as leader of the White Fang.
Yeah, I don't think I think it would probably be more of an election-based thing rather than an actual. Oh, okay, it was a joke. Okay, but not an actual being like king and queen or anything like that.
No, and again, it's just chieftain, just White Fang leader. It doesn't necessarily mean that.
And they seem very humble. Like, even though they got a huge, massive house. No. It wasn't.
I meant into the relation of how well they're known throughout Remnant as a chieftain of Menagerie and leader of the White Fang. How well would they be known to the point where could Blake actually use her last name without being recognized?
Maybe other fauners might know.
It's like either or. It doesn't really. Again, communication is very limited in Remnant as it is.
Yeah.
Not everyone knows everything in Remnant. Like the 4 kingdoms are almost like 4 different worlds, even when the towers are active.
Yeah.
No one really knows everything in Remnant. So we have the Leo scene. That was awesome. I love, coward, perfect one-off line.
Yes.
Again showing how RWBY being, we're R-rated. We're just not going to necessarily show it.
Yeah.
But we're there at this point. We're just not going to make it obvious.
Yeah. That was... And then we had Yang coming up the lift with the relic, which was awesome. That was before the whole Salem thing.
Yeah. That was awesome again.
That was good. I like that scene.
And Mercury just simply we have to go, Emerald, please. That was really good. Then again, like we said, we have the family all coming back, which again I said was really surprising that they're still all here.
Yeah.
They're all still together and they're all still a thing. Ilya, cool, Sun, also that's all awesome. I'm very curious to see where they go.
Yeah.
Not just her family, but Sun and Ilya as well. Are Sun and Ilya going to join this and be a part of this, or are they going to do something different?
Or they're just going to focus on the White Fang and everything as well. Like this time.
Sun, Ilya, and her parents going to stay in Mistral and just do White Fang stuff, while Blake goes off to do Salem stuff. Like, that seems odd. That would seem odd, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's all going to go.
But again, at least that's one thing where it's not obvious, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And although, I will always say, Cinder mentioned it as well, just because you know the outcome, doesn't mean it's not as fun to watch.
Yes.
Cinder mentioned Volume 3, and that's something I very much agree with.
Yeah. Sometimes
being predictable is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you try to be unpredictable, and you just make yourself be stupid. But RWBY's always had that really good thing where it never goes with the most obvious route. Yeah. You know, like, and again, that can like I said before, that can lead to being like, oh, we didn't get this.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, we got this instead.
We didn't know, like, from the first, like, even from the trailer, and then come to the first couple episodes of Volume 5, like, with the whole story, what we thought was going to happen all changed when Weiss got captured by the bandits.
Yeah.
And then Yang was heading to the bandit camp. So, and that changed everything from where we thought the whole storyline was going to go with Volume 5.
And I still wish they gave Weiss, like, they let her hair out in that scene.
Yeah.
She should have, like, taken the scar out and had, like, long hair like she had back in Volume 1.
Yeah.
That was a cool touch. Like, I know it's an extra model to make, but like, that would have been really... And it would have made sense. Like, you know, she was all roughed up and stuff.
Yeah.
So let's see her with her hair out again, since we haven't seen it since Volume 1. That'd be cool to do.
Gira is his name, But wrapping it up a bit as well, Yang didn't tell Crow that she actually had the discussion with Raven, which was interesting, because she just said she was gone. She got down there. And yeah, heading to Atlas.
Yeah. And we get the reunion. We finally get the reunion.
And the reunion, yeah.
Finally get the reunion of them all. Again, it was another thing where it's just a funny done scene where they all just like kneel down on the floor. Yang just drops in. It's like, it just looks again, it's always a thing where it's just not done perfectly.
Yeah.
But the meaning and the story behind it is perfect.
Yeah.
Just maybe just the visuals of it, just like it was it looked a little.
We could have got a lot more out of the episode with that, as well as, of course.
And it was a short episode. It was a short episode, which again, why I think there were scenes cut out of it.
Like the RWBY, Weiss and Blake fight against Hazel, Mercury, and Emerald. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of that, but you know, it's all time constraints.
The reunion was fine. I just hope it's not that easy. I really hope we get Blake Yang conflict. I think we will. I understand in the moment. Then you just say yep and you move on. But
it's because Yang hesitated. I don't think she's fully figured it out.
And Aaron, I believe, even said it in the Supernova panel.
Yeah.
Didn't she? Where she said that Blake needs to grovel. She needs to beg Yang for forgiveness. Like, she's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that easy. Because you at their panel.
I was. Aaron kind of admitted that she hasn't watched any of Volume 5, so she really only knows from her voice lines. So she couldn't even, like, she's like, are we even at Haven yet? Like, yes, Aaron, we're at Haven.
But yeah, like, and it would, and a funny thing I think that was mentioned there is that they admitted that Pyrrha and Blake had never had any even off-screen interaction with each other.
Yeah.
Which I think is a really nice little tidbit to have, because I think Pyrrha would have been a really good support for Blake.
Yeah.
She would have been the only other person there that would have been, because Pyrrha always seemed like she was for Faunus rights and all that kind of stuff. Well, she's like the only human in the show to ever show any sort of love for Faunus, because no other human in the entire show has ever even... Again, and points back to what Ilya said, which I love that scene, that was a while back, but she said, like, there's the humans that stand by and just do and let the hate happen.
Yeah.
And in the show, that's really true, because there is no human that actually is standing up for the Faunus.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have the finale, we have the... I'm curious if, like, Ozpin's going to be gone for a while now, like, as if he's, like, gone into sleep.
That's
now Oscar's to rely on himself before Ozpin wakes back up. That's the vibe I got off that Crow scene.
Yeah. I guess I think we might have maybe a bit of a time jump too, at the start of season 6 too. Maybe a month down the track or a few weeks or something.
Then we have the relic, which is cool. Then we go. Then we have
the end credit scene too.
And From Shadows Part 2, which is awesome.
Yes, this time.
Yeah. Then we have the post-credit scene, which is awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing Raven tie stuff.
Yeah. So it looks like Raven's used her portal to go to tie. So
there's no one else she could have gone to, really.
That we're aware of.
That was her only option. She didn't even have a choice.
exactly.
But hopefully Yang has made Raven kind of see, and we'll see where that goes between
I just
them.
love the look on Ty's face when he soothes the feathers. Like,
One interesting thing about as a whole, I really like Volume 5. I did. Again, the only actual criticism that I think is fair that I've seen is that it seemed a bit rushed towards the end. Yeah. They simply ran out of time and had to kind of rush things at the end. Apart from like the Raven Cinder fight, which I think they spent a lot of their time on. But production started a lot earlier this season. Every other RT project so far has had mid-season breaks. Hopefully RWBY will have one. Hopefully they have breaks for Corner of World of Remnant or something like that. So, I'm curious if they'll 14 episodes again. I imagine they will.
Yeah.
Going to Atlas, probably stay in Mistral for a bit. All really cool. Interesting thing, that the soundtrack for this volume, although I'm really excited for it, I'm actually really super excited for it. There's not as much impatience about this. Like Volume 4, everyone was losing their minds that we hadn't got the soundtrack.
Yes.
By February, people were losing their goddamn minds.
Yeah, they were, where's the soundtrack? Yeah.
Whereas this volume, I think the soundtrack can potentially be better, but everyone seems everyone's too busy focusing on the show and being negative than actually focusing on waiting for the soundtrack.
I've been wanting the soundtrack.
But that's the thing. I feel like there is an air of impatience about it. Everyone's kind of waiting for it.
Yeah.
Which is good. But it's funny how I think there's no one to really say that Volume 5 was worse than Volume 4.
I don't think so. Volume 5 is one of my favourite volumes so far.
Get why there's so much more issues this volume. I don't get it. I really don't.
People gotta hate on something.
People just gotta be. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Exactly.
I know a lot of critics want it to get better. That's why they complain about it. That's fine. Don't be a dick about it.
Exactly.
Cool.
Anyway, we've got that out of our system. Let's do a bit of a Q&A to wrap up
if
everything.
you guys have any questions, anything that you have said in the chat that we have missed, send it again.
Zom said, could Hazel withstand the maiden powers with the strength of his aura? I think he would definitely be a good... I think he would be able to stand up to them.
Yeah. But again, everyone has their limits.
Yeah.
I think he is the bulkiest character we've seen in the show so far.
Yeah.
So I suppose he'd have the best chance, but I don't think he would withstand it to the point of actually, beating one necessarily.
Yeah, I'm not sure about really beating one. Maybe one who's inexperienced, like Amber was, perhaps. But I definitely he would be. It would be a tough opponent for sure. Hey Smash, we're just about wrapping up. Actually, do a bit of Q&A if you wanted to ask a question. Now your question about Penny Zom, I saw that when we were chatting. I'm just scrolling through the chat at the moment, see if I can find it.
Oh yeah, Lionheart is dead. Oh yes, that is definitely a thing.
This one here. Based on what we learned about Atlas Tech, what if Penny wasn't just the daughter of the scientist because he built her, but was also his actual daughter who was dying? I always actually thought of that. I thought...
Yeah, I've heard the theories before that, the daughter was dying, so he moved the aura into a body where she would actually be able to live.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that, because that seems, I don't know, to me that seems a little cliche.
It seems a bit cliche, yeah. But I could definitely see that. But
I definitely think that Penny's creation is linked to the maidens.
Really?
And the aura transfer.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Penny was created because Ironwood was trying to learn how to save Amber. And in the process, they created Penny as a way to see if they could hold an aura in a robot body. They realized they could do it. They could generate an aura in a robot, but they couldn't transfer one to a robot.
Yeah.
And that's when they ended up came with the solution they're going to need a human host instead.
Yes.
That's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
But again, there's really not much to go on. We've seen 4 seconds of Penny's father.
Yeah, well, yeah, and he seemed pretty upset about what happened.
Ironwood never disclosed too much about Penny's origins. Yeah. For anyone who is a fan of that kind of stuff, Buck, Dishwasher.
Yes, I was going to mention him.
RWBY, damn artist in the community.
Oh, God.
Dishwasher, if you don't know who Dishwasher or Mojo are,
yes,
you don't know RWBY artists. Those are the two, in my opinion, those are the 2 most well-known bands.
Yep.
Those 2 work for Rooster Teeth.
They do now. Yeah.
Mojo does stuff for RWBY Chibi, and Buck does stuff for Genlock.
Yes.
But yeah, he recently did a story. He uploaded a story this morning about.
I haven't read it yet. Yes.
That was really good, really emotional. You know,
yeah, so don't actually check out RWBY 3.0 by Dishwasher. Yeah. It's amazing.
There's stories, there's artworks, there's so much.
It's so good.
Building a like alternate timeline post-Salem Crisis. It's so good.
Yeah. In answer to your question, Smash, I'm definitely going to be getting Crossdrag Battle, and I will be streaming it. I don't know when it's being released in Aussie land, though, so...
Yeah. I will get it if I get a console that can play it. I don't have a PS4 or a Switch yet.
It'll be on Steam.
That's true. I'm not a big fan of PC games. But that's
yeah. I'm going to try... I want to get it on the Switch. That's the
it's
plan.
one of those things where it's like... I want to get one, but, you know... I'm hyped for Last of Us 2. I'm hyped for Spyro. Those are only on the PS4.
Sounds like you need a PS4.
Yeah, but I really want Blaze Blue for the Switch.
Yeah.
Since I play Pokemon, I'm gonna need to get a Switch eventually.
Yes, I think that
I don't need a PS4. I'm going to need a Switch.
Yes.
So it's one of those things where if Spyro gets announced for Switch, which hopefully it will, I'm pretty sure it will at some point.
I think it will at some point. They're going to be putting Crash Bandicoot on the Switch later this year.
And it was originally listed for Switch, but it's since been removed.
Yeah, but it's definitely coming out for Switch.
But Spyro comes to Switch, I'll get that, so I'll get Spyro, Blaze Blue, and Pokemon all for the Switch.
So I think it will come out for Switch, but it'll be a later release.
I didn't play the original, I only watched the original, so I'm sure I'll watch 100 people play Last of Us 2.
Last of Us? Yeah, I still haven't played that yet.
Because I'm one of those bad gamers where I don't play games or buy them, I just watch other people play them, so I'm the problem of the gaming community, apparently.
Yeah.
I love watching Let's Plays, so...
I like watching Let's Plays. I do Let's Plays.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things where the idea... Yeah, well, that's fine, but the idea is, like, you shouldn't watch Let's Plays, you should buy the game and watch Let's Plays, you know? Otherwise, you're just not buying the game. It's like, It's
like with Undertale. I haven't played Undertale, but I've watched Let's Plays of it, and I really like the game, and I want to get it at some point myself. But...
Like, it's funny, my 3 favourite games of all time, story games, are Until Dawn, Beyond Two Souls, and Last of Us. I haven't played any of them.
What about Life is Strange?
Oh, and Life is Strange. Thank you very much.
Yeah. You like Life is Strange. Forget about that one.
God, Life is Strange and RWBY are so similar because so many people hate them so much.
Really? I like Life is Strange. I haven't finished playing it though. I played about half the first one.
It exists in a world that's a bit cringy and a bit corny, so people hate it. Same with RWBY, but but those 4 I've never played, but I watch people play them, and I call them my favorite games despite never playing them. So I'm the problem of the gaming community.
Kitten said, I would like to know and or see what led to the destruction of the moon. Yes, I really want to see what happened. I think we're going to get that, but probably not till a later season. Unless it links up with
again, that's another thing that I think...
Maybe a Water Remnant on it.
Yeah, well, I think because there's so many of the songs have hinted to the moon. When Crow mentioned Salem's Divide, he looked up at the moon.
Yes.
It's not a thing where I don't think... If it ends up being a thing where that's just the moon in this world...
It just seems so significant.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I'm not going to be so distraught about it because, like, that's just... It was a thing to have. But, considering have referenced it in some degrees, I do think it has a significance. Definitely. It's maybe horrible to say, but with where Adam Catter's going, if he's not directly responsible for a death of an important character, I'll be disappointed. I do think he'll kill Son or Ilya.
Yeah, Son or Ilya, one of the two.
I think I think story-wise, him killing Son so that Blake will eventually end up with Yang, I think makes the most sense at this point.
Bumblebee!
well, yeah, because I do think... I'm not a Bumblebee shipper, but I'm 100% okay if that happens. I don't think there's an issue if it does. Yeah. I like Sun more than Yang, because I am more of a Black Sun shipper.
I am too. That's one thing we do agree on.
Just in terms of the story, how the story is going, especially now that Adam has met Sun, like that's a thing now. Now Adam knows that he's the boyfriend, he's the replacement, he's the bodyguard. Like, I should kill him now to hurt Blake, not just her family. And I still think her family could still die.
There's still
Because I'm wondering how much longer they have. Because again, I've said it twice already. I didn't think they were going to be. I thought they were going to be Volume 4 exclusive.
Yeah,
like, they're still here. Mr. was so surprised.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get killed in chapter 10. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous to watch that episode.
I do think they'll be, again, they've already said that when RWBY ends, after Volume 10, 12, whatever it'll be, RWBY's not going to be done. They'll just do spin-off series.
They'll do spin-off series, yeah. So it could be Stark, it could be Chibi. Or it could be... Yeah, I would like to see more things about the actual world, because we don't know much about Remnant, really. So, I hope we get some more World of Remnants, even if they're off-season.
Oh, that's the thing too. Like rather than the character shorts, it'd be cool if we just had like 3 episodes back in Vale where we just look at what Team Coffee's been up to.
Yeah.
Because Red vs Blue did that. Red vs Blue, after season 5, during the mid-season, they had these little 3-4 episode shorts that would talk about stories completely unrelated to the Red v Blue.
I think I heard I saw one of them at Attics, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, like they have like it was like the they just have like complete like stories that are set in the same world but have nothing to do with Red vs Blues, and then seasons later they finally tied into the series. It was like kind of like little, I guess like the character shorts are, just more episodic and based on things other than our main characters.
Yeah.
So definitely. Yeah. But again, we could possibly get some sort of Ranger Juniper character short, but Miles and Kerry even said that we don't think anyone would want that. Because Miles and Kerry at this point don't think that John is a popular character at all.
No, I love John.
I do, and I think he's been the second best built character apart from Weiss in the show.
Yeah, he's had so much character building.
Is pushing them to the point where they don't want to do anything with John anymore. Feels like such a waste.
No.
So hopefully they they realize they should just go ahead with their plans, despite what people are saying.
Exactly.
If Jean doesn't like kill Cinder, or Jean doesn't do something of significance,
They've built him up too much now to not.
Exactly. They've built him up so much just for. I understand him taking a break this volume because he has been such a big part of all 3 volumes.
Yeah.
Then people complain about that. It was like, well, that's what you wanted.
Exactly.
Don't get. People.
No, I don't want to kill Nora. No. I saw your comments on.
Yeah, like Ren and Nora and like their eventuality. I know a lot of people have said that they should cut down the main cast so that it's more focused. But at this point, it just again, the only thing I could possibly see is that they leave Jean and Mistral because Jean finds Pyrrha's family or something to that degree.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they'll still.
But again, John, it's like Ren and like I don't know how they get rid of Ren and Nora. I don't think they should. But I don't know how they would. Yeah. Jean, I think you can get rid of him, but you shouldn't. So it's an unfortunate. Jean is the most developed character, but he's no one's favorite.
Some people's favorite, but yeah, he's definitely not.
He's seemingly no one's favorite.
Not the top favorite characters most people would choose.
Whereas I think him and Weiss are the 2 most developed characters.
Which is funny because he's like the main male character, really, when you think about it.
He is. And again, a lot of people will say, well, he's not a member of Team RWBY. Even I've seen this. I don't know the source, so please forgive me for the source. Even Monty said at one point that the show probably shouldn't be called RWBY anymore. Because it's not just about that. It's not just about the 4 girls. Yeah. It is about the world.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's obviously an issue that's going to be a consistent thing of like how big the show is, how much it wants to focus on other characters as well. John's going to be the one to say, maybe. I don't know. He's going to get a lot better. He felt so outmatched against Cinder. So we'll have to see. And that's like, again, people complain about that. Like, Cinder was just toying with him. Like, obviously, John didn't stand a chance against Cinder. But against Cinder,
she was just toying with him. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, again, I keep saying it's wrong to keep thinking of ideas because then you can be disappointed with what happened. But I swear, if we don't get one scene where Blake and Weiss make a joke about their same scars, I'm gonna be sad.
I've seen a lot of like fan art.
I know. I've seen so much fan art about it. It's like that has to be a thing. That should so.
I bet you can see a scar in one of the scenes with Blake's scar. That is.
Blake. Well, Blake, it wasn't there in Volume 4. They put it back in. They put it in Volume 5.
Yeah.
So there should be a scar there. That'll be such a cool little thing, and I'm curious again how they're gonna dress. Like, if that's gonna be just taped up next volume, or she's gonna get a new dress, or what? I assume it would just be like her bandana. Like we'll just have it next to some more tape that goes up on her side, or a skirt, a scarf, whatever that's around her waist. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
That would just cover the wound or whatever.
Well, the Grimm are already basically zombies.
But I've definitely seen a lot of things about Pyrrha returning as like a Grimm zombie.
Ah, yeah, Grimm Pyrrha.
I've definitely seen a thing or two about that. But
yeah, well, I think we should wrap it up a little bit. Hey, I can't believe we've been going for over now.
Now it's been a great stream. I think.
Yeah, I think it's been good.
I'm surprised we managed to keep up on Volume 5 as long as we did. I thought we were gonna have to dig into some other topics, but no, I think we kept it.
We did to it a little bit, but we mainly stuck with it, so. I
think John will die. I mean, I don't know. John. I don't know if they'll ever kill John off.
It'll be endgame.
Well, it's just because like they killed Pyrrha for Jean, so I don't think they should ever kill Jean. I'm also never the person. I'm never going to be like, oh, they killed this person for no reason, or like, you know, a story's a story. You know, it doesn't always like it. Things just happen. You know.
Exactly. And they
like, oh, they wasted Pyrrha by killing us. Like that, I hate arguments like that. It's like I don't know. It's hard to explain why, but I just always hate that argument.
And the thing is, like, we still haven't seen the rest of the story, so it might make even more sense later on where we see where they're going. Yeah. Yeah. And again,
I'm sure there are heaps of ideas they want to do that they just don't have time to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure, again, Jean, I think Miles mentioned in the RWBY Rewind that, yeah, the Pyrrha family story was a possibility, but no one apparently wanted to see Jean this volume, so we just didn't do it. So, you know, the whole community fucked up there. You know,
yeah.
You know, hating Jean means you get less Pyrrha stuff. So if you like Pyrrha, like, you know, that's just a...
Exactly. Yeah, because Miles had mentioned about that he didn't want to include John so much and doing like
because everyone was giving him crap for Miles being a what's the term? Like he's a character because Miles is a writer or whatever. There's a term.
It's like even I think he tried to be a different character. Didn't he go for someone else before John?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think he actually. I think it might have been Son. I'm not sure. I know he auditioned for a few different characters. So
yeah, I think a lot of people auditioned for a few different characters.
Yeah, and then he just went with John because he was able to nail it.
Or even so, if that was the case, then obviously Neptune would have been put back in the series then.
Exactly, when we haven't seen Neptune.
Because Carrie even said that, like, just didn't want to shoehorn more characters into the show.
Yeah, if they obviously wasn't needed for where they wanted it to go, so.
Again, like, I would have liked it again to see some White Neptune stuff, but that's not necessarily needed. You know? Like, you know, you don't need romance and stuff for like, Sun and Blake, because they just work. Like, again, you don't need to shoehorn in, like, a love story. Like,
I would have liked a few more Renora moments, though.
Yeah, of course. But again, they had a whole volume.
But
they did have a whole volume to themselves.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, they wasted volume 4 because Ren and Nora didn't do anything this volume. It's like, no, that doesn't make sense. They just had a volume to themselves. It doesn't mean because they didn't do much in the next volume. Doesn't mean
they weren't their main focus this volume.
Yeah.
They were there, but yeah.
But actually, since a friend of ours, Beck, she knew was doing a Marvel watch. She's watching all the Marvel films.
Yes.
It reminded me of something really interesting in terms of like love stories. Is that, you know, everyone will say that Thor Ragnarok is like the best Marvel film because that's the only one that doesn't have a shoehorned in love story that Thor 1 and 2 do. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. You know, Thor doesn't need to have a love story, and they didn't in Ragnarok, and it was really good.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, because again, you don't always need to. Again, like I would love to see Neptune and Weiss.
Yes.
But you don't need to shoehorn that in.
Yeah.
You can have a good story about that. You know, and that's what I loved. Like as much as I hate Weiss getting hurt, it was now she feels like she's a part of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because for a while, I was like, she just got roped into all this because she found Yang, and she's just a part of this now. I didn't really feel like she was ever in it.
Yeah.
She was still just a girl from Atlas.
Yeah.
But now that she's been attacked and she almost has a life, it feels like she's more into this. Again, it'd be cool if we did get like every character kind of saying why, like maybe a rehash of what they did in Volume 2. Everyone saying why they're fighting Salem.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think just a rehash and a refresher to make sure everyone feels in place instead of what everyone kind of feels out of place right now fighting Salem.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Yeah, I think we are all good for now.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Just go get some lunch.
I need to go watch more Chief and Hunter play golf.
I need to watch more Chief and Hunter. I've been really slack. But
I went back and I've now watched, I think, the third time. I'm currently on episode 180 of their Minecraft.
Oh wow!
Now this is my third time watching through it.
Oh my god!
I got my internet back, and now I just have to use it to my best of my...
just make the most of the internet.
No, unlimited. So I'm smart.
Ooh, yay.
I remember when we used to have 500, and it was so sad towards the last week of the month, and I just didn't have a net, because I could waste it all. Yes, I can waste 1,000 gigs a month. Trust me, I do.
Fan away, yes.
The problem was serious. Anyway... So we don't ramble on, so we have more content for next fortnight. So the next stream will be, let me check the calendar.
Yeah, so we'll do it in a fortnight's time. Now, actually, in a fortnight, it will be the 2nd of June. Then after that, we may have a special guest with us. She doesn't know about it yet.
I don't.
No, she doesn't either. Beck, she's going to be down. She's coming down to Hobart then.
Oh, I was going to say, do you
She'll
have to
be
make a
here.
third... So do you have to make a third screen for the layout?
No, she can sit right here.
Yeah, so if any of you are aware of the famous arguments me and Beck have had over RWBY, when I was on Boopcast, it was quite tame.
Yeah,
we're definitely curious to see how many clashings that me and Beck have, because we definitely don't have a lot of the same opinions when it comes to most things, but particularly RWBY.
Beckles with freckles. Guilty. She hates that. She hates that.
I am now going to use that everywhere. Thank you for that.
Hate you. But yes, She-Noob is I'll mention it to her. I'm sure she'll be happy because that'll be the 16th, so she'll be here.
So I think next week we'll probably focus on predictions for Volume 6. I think that will be something, Larissa, if that's cool.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, predictions for Volume 6.
That'll be a good topic.
Yeah. She hates me. Yeah, I think we will do that running next time, unless something else pops up in the meantime, yeah.
Yes. The next bit of information we could possibly get is July for Anime Expo, where we could get something for RWBY then.
And RTX, of course, as well.
After that, it would be August at RTX, we'll get that.
Is it August this year? Because usually it's July.
August 3rd, 5th,
okay.
I believe.
Oh.
And I think... I'm just thinking, because not the next show, the show after that will be Supernova Sydney. That's the weekend of the 14th.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So, I will be going to see Kara. I'll be going to see... And Winter as well, and I am so amazingly
So we
excited.
might not be able to do our stream then, because,
If you could... See, I have Brisbane signed by Barbara, and Barbara told me at RTX that Kara might be at Supernova Sydney, so I've known that Kara is going to be at Supernova Sydney for months, where everyone only found out a month ago. I've known for so long, and I'm going to get the other piece signed! So yes, I am so excited for that, but I believe I'll be going on the Friday or the Sunday. It's very unlikely I'll be going on the Saturday.
Okay, well, we'll sort it out, yeah.
Yeah, well, from what I've planned with my local friends, it is Saturday is the least likely day we'll go. We'll most likely go the Friday or the Sunday, so we should be able to be here for stream, yes.
Yeah, cool, awesome. Coolio.
Yeah.
Yay. Alrighties then.
So thank you all guys for coming out here. It's so cool to be back. I love... Yeah. I hate texting my opinions. It feels so like it doesn't matter. Actually speaking it and actually being able to express so much more gratifying. Because I'm sick and tired of arguing with people on Twitter. This is so much more satisfying.
Then we can argue verbally instead.
Yes, you know, you have to take 10 minutes to write out your comment. You can just speak it and express, emote, and get over the right. Anyway. Thank you all for joining us.
Yes, thank you everyone for watching and joining in on the stream. Thank you guys for the hosts and Chunky for the follow earlier. And yeah, we'll see you guys all in 2 weeks' time. Oh, and this will be uploaded on YouTube later too if you wanted to rewatch it. It'll be 24 hours later. Thus. But it'll be on Twitch still for a while.
Very, very a la Rooster Teeth there.
Huh?
Very Rooster Teeth-like.
Oh,
that's what Rooster Teeth does. They upload stuff to their site, and then 24 hours later they upload it to
24 hours later. Yeah, it got to wait 24 hours because they're Twitch affiliate now, so...
except for all the animation now, excluding RWBY, which now doesn't get uploaded to YouTube now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Camp isn't getting uploaded to YouTube. Which, it does suck for reactors. It is a real... I guess... Because I don't think they've addressed that. I think they said it will be to YouTube eventually. But it might not
eventually.
But it might not be. They'll probably post them after the season. So
yeah, because I thought coming off topic again, but they didn't do Red versus Blue because that originally was on the website and they wanted to release it on the website. Like,
that was cool. I thought they kept that exclusive. But when they announced that Camp is going to be that same thing as well,
I missed that because I haven't read the article. I saw a post and I shared it in my Discord, but I haven't actually.
So that was really interesting. So. I mean, I guess to be fair, you can still... Like, I know you don't do Camp or Red vs. Blue reactions.
No, not at this stage anyway.
But you should definitely do Camp. I wouldn't say Red vs. Blue. You'll be there for about 3 years doing that.
I did No Matter Nowhere.
Yes, No Matter Nowhere. That got uploaded to YouTube week after, didn't it?
Yeah.
Been uploaded.
Yeah,
So
my episode
that's
6 reaction
uploaded.
is up if you missed it because it got blocked.
Yeah, that
then...
was a really, really good one.
Yeah, it was, but it got blocked, and then they reviewed the dispute, and I didn't unblock it, and then I had to wait a week emailing them twice, and they finally unblocked it, and now it's got like...
Which again, I think it's just a weird thing now, because again, since they're not uploading something to YouTube, they're now being really interesting about that. Like, but it's even funny, because I was watching World of Remnant reactions, because that's the only way I could find them.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't find them on the site. Like, there are World of Remnant reactions that are on YouTube, but the videos aren't even on YouTube.
Yeah, because I posted mine on YouTube, not realising it wasn't on YouTube till afterwards.
So I watched your Faunus one.
Yeah, my Faunus one's actually got a lot of views, probably because of that.
Yeah, because you can't watch it anywhere else now, so it's...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, apparently you can on Rooster Teeth. I couldn't find them, but apparently
yeah,
they're still on the Rooster Teeth.
it is on Rooster Teeth. You have to go to like other content or something. It's a little weird to find it.
But apparently the Between Kingdoms, Dust, Faunus, and Great War, I think are all...
And the Shani one.
Yeah. Schnee, Between, Faunus, and Great War are all Rooster Teeth exclusive.
Yes.
World of Remnants. But I'm interested to see if they do bulk post them after the season's over, or if they just do them week by week after the season.
I don't know.
But it's the same thing. We can still record reactions and just don't upload them until they're on YouTube. So it really doesn't matter. You still can watch them when they come out. I guess. Just maybe it just takes away some of the interaction. But you can just do it through Twitter comments. Like if you do a reaction, say, "Hey, tell me all your thoughts on this episode," and then I'll put them into my reaction, and then you'll see that in a year from now when it finally gets uploaded to YouTube. There's you can still record your reactions. I
think that's what a lot of people are doing with Red vs. Blue. Yeah, they're recording them, watching them.
I've seen people upload Red vs. Blue reactions.
Have they?
Yeah, Torture Boy uploaded them.
The most recent ones?
Liam Caddison, I think, has uploaded some.
Okay.
So I think he finally caught up. TJ, the girls from AfterBuzz TV, RWBY, the RT AfterBuzz stuff, they've uploaded Red vs. Blue reactions. So it's clearly, maybe they've just revoked the reaction policy when it comes to uploading on YouTube because they're not uploading them to YouTube. I don't know. Or they're just saying, I don't know. Seemingly, the reactions are getting through.
I don't know.
To non-YouTube contents.
Yeah, I think it's the content ID bot is a little bit like...
But it's weird because these people are clearly probably getting blocked.
Yeah.
Emailing them and getting unblocked even though they're not on YouTube yet. Or it's not getting flagged, one of the two.
Yeah, well, like with my Nomad one, I got an email from them saying, "Oh, the video should be right now. You should be posting content on YouTube before it's on YouTube." And I posted like 2 days after it was on YouTube. Because I was late with that episode.
Well, that was a weird thing with episode 6 in general, because I had a lot of issues with being glitched on the site, so maybe there was just some complications.
I was late watching it, because I was in Melbourne for Supernova, so... And then I had trouble watching it on the site, yeah.
Anyway, hopefully no more tangents, sidetracks. We love Rooster Teeth here, so we just love talking about it and stuff. And yeah, me and Beck, Beck...
You guys were talking about Beck in the chat.
Yeah. Me and Larissa, we like to talk on these streams as well. Because we don't talk on Skype any other time, so this is our time to catch up as well. And
it is.
Anyway,
this
is your channel. You take us out.
Okay. Thank you everyone for watching and joining in on the stream, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Yeah. So catch you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.